Hey everybody, welcome to Movie Time. I'm Sean. Alright guys, so not so great news going on this week. We lost a very valued, very appreciated person in the film industry this week on this past Monday. Harold Ramis. He died of complications of a disease he has called autoimmune inflammatory vasculitis. He's had issues with this disease as serious as having to relearn how to walk over the last couple of years, back in 2010, 2011 I think that was. This is another big blow. This one is actually, to me, one of the bigger ones compared to Philip Seymour Hoffman, compared to Shirley Temple, Paul Walker. And this one is because I might not have been like a hardcore fan of specifically of Harold Ramis, but when I looked at his body of work after I heard the news, I already had an idea of what he was in. I already, had a few movies that are some of my favorite movies, but then I saw everything he's had his hand in, and I was just blown away. And I realized that my life, the stuff that I like, has been so much shaped by this guy. He's had his hand in either acting, directing, writing, Groundhog's Day, Ghostbusters 1, Ghostbusters 2, Stripes, Caddyshack, Animal House, National Lampoon's Vacation. The list goes on and on. He really did have a big part in shaping where we are at comedically, and I feel that his loss, the loss of him in this industry, in this film world that we live in, fans like yourself, it's going to be felt heavily. I really hope that we can see stuff that is coming from the ideas of him. And I know that even though we did lose him, we are still going to be able to live on through his works. I know that once this happened, I was like, I want to watch all these movies this week, and I want to keep watching them. And I know that I'm going to, and I hope that you guys too can continue to watch his movies and enjoy him even though he's not here with us. On that note, I mentioned Paul Walker. He was in the middle of filming Fast and Furious 7 when he passed, and they have announced that they have designated a window when they're going to start filming on Fast and Furious 7 again. It's going to be on or around April 1st. The movie is slated still to be opening up in 2015, April 10th, 2015. And I gotta say, they took a nice, good break on this, and I hope that everybody comes back rejuvenated and ready to do their best job they can for this movie to honor Paul Walker as well. And I just can't wait. I want to see what they are going to do with the situation, and I just want to see this movie, as a, to commemorate what Paul Walker did, spending so much of his life, career with the Fast and the Furious series, as well as doing what he loves with cars and philanthropy with helping the needy. So I'm really looking forward to how this one turns out. Another bit of sad news, not a death, but it is a loss, I guess you can say. Ted 2 is going to be in the works pretty soon, and they have announced that Mila Kunis is not going to be returning to her role as Lori, Mark Wahlberg's character's significant other in the film. She's actually, the lead female is now going to be Amanda Seyfried. I don't know how I feel about this one. I've heard a couple different ideas online, and I gotta say there's a couple of them that I really like of options or opportunities now, I guess you could say, because with that Lori character, the story is kind of tied to a storyline because of her. I think, in a sense, where can you go with what the story is? Are they gonna break up again and they get back together? How is that gonna happen? And if they did do that, it would be the same story again. So, I've heard people suggest that this is possibly a good thing, because now without her in the picture, it can be more of the story between Ted and Mark Wahlberg's character, and they can then branch out and do all kinds of different storylines. Now, at the same time, you could possibly include Mila Kunis' character in there with those storylines, but then the real connection in this movie it doesn't have to do with Mila Kunis' character. It's between Mark Wahlberg and Ted. So those are some of the ideas that I've heard and the opinions I've heard about this. I do not think that it's a trade up to Amanda Seyfried over Mila Kunis. I don't think Mila Kunis is the most amazing actress or the funniest or the prettiest. but I don't think Amanda Seyfried is even close to where she's at. She does get critical acclaim for some of the roles she's had in the past, and I'll let her have that. But we'll see what happens. I mean, it's gonna be weird not seeing Mila Kunis in this one. In the movie, though, in the first one was Laura Vandervoort. I do like her. Alright guys, some trailer news. This last week, a new Spider-Man trailer was dropped. It's called The Rise of Electro. It is an international trailer, and I saw it, and just like what I've seen with all the other ones, I really like this one, and I like where it's going. There's a lot of stuff going on in this trailer, and I don't want to spoil it if you guys don't want to see it, or you guys want to see it. It's just getting me really psyched up for this movie coming on later on this year, and I'm just really excited about it. Also, in that with the Spider-Man news, it's been announced that Mark Webb has been signed on for the third Amazing Spider-Man movie. That, to me, is a good deal, good job with them. What better, who better to sign on for the movies number 3, number 4 than Mr. Webb. Second bit of trailer news, Ninja Turtles is going to have their trailer debut in front of the Captain America movie on April 4th. I cannot wait to see this trailer. I want to see how legit it is with the whole process that they're doing on this movie. You got some actors in there that are pretty good, and you got some actors that are in there pretty questionable. Megan Fox. So I want to see if this movie is going to be following the comic books in that seriousness, that tone of it, or if it's going to be following the cartoons and the action figures and being the more comedic side. Maybe it'll be a blend of the two, because I really don't know. Some of the costume they've shown from set regarding April O'Neil look a little more towards the comedic side, but then some of the stuff like with Shredder, he looks badass, and that could possibly be more towards the serious side, more of the deadly, just crazy ninja side. So we'll see what happens. I can't wait for this trailer. I can't wait for that movie to come out just so I can see the trailer as well as the movie. Last bit of news for the trailers, you guys. Godzilla dropped another trailer, and this one is what we've been waiting for. This is the trailer that you want to see. In there, there's lots of little tidbits of information in the movie, in the trailer for the movie. It looks like there's another monster possibly, or there's some type of genetic, I don't know, some amalgamation of something in there, and it doesn't look like it's only Godzilla. They're showing a lot of different action scenes in it. They're showing you different actors that are in it. There's a narrative to it, giving you a better idea of what the movie's about. So many ideas that I've heard, and I'm just really excited about this one now. This is what I was waiting for, and I'm happy that they dropped this one. Really excited for this one. Alright guys, so in theaters this week we have 3 movies that are launching wide. You have Nonstop, Son of God, and The Bagman. All 3 of these movies look very interesting to me to a certain extent, but all 3 of them still look like I'm going to wait until Blu-ray or DVD. I don't think I'm going to be going to see any of these movies this weekend. If you guys do, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Alright guys, movie of the week this week. Due to its this release, it came out on DVD Blu-ray this week, I chose Thor The Dark World. I did another video regarding Thor The Dark World when it came out in theater, a little special edition for you guys. So if you want to check that out, check out my thoughts and my opinions with my friend Jesse on that one back then. But watching this movie again, this is my 3rd time watching it. I saw it twice in theaters, and I gotta say I still love this movie. I really like it. The acting is great. Tom Hiddleston knows how to rock that Loki character like none other. I couldn't imagine anybody else doing that better than he did. Thor, Chris Hemsworth, he's still doing a great job as Thor. He really gives you that new sense that he's changing as a character, he's evolving, and he gives you that weight, you know, that he has something on his heart that he cares about, and it's making him change for the better. I really like that. Loki, like I said, Tom Hiddleston's doing a great job. You're seeing all this commotion, he's got constant arguments going on inside of him. Is he going to be the brother? Is he going to be good, bad? Is he going to go for what he wants? So many different things going on in Loki, and I like that. I like the complexity of his character, and Tom Hiddleston does a great job. Natalie Portman is Natalie Portman, beautiful little woman who does a pretty good job as Jane Foster. I like her as Jane Foster. She has a nice little quick wit in this movie, you know, in response to Odin, in response to their doctors up in Asgard. And you got Stellan Skarsgård, great job, really comedic in this one. Kat Dennings, I liked her in the first one. I still like her in this one, but I think they're going a little too comedy with her, and they got to scale it back a little bit. I hope that in the next Thor 3, they don't go even farther. I want her character to have some substance, and in this one she started losing some of that. The other character that I want to talk about, aside from Odin and Frigga, which are supplementary characters in my opinion, Rene Russo and Anthony Hopkins did a great job with those characters as usual. Rene Russo had an extended part in this film, and I thought she was a badass, and she really kicked some butt. Anthony Hopkins put his thumb down even more as the character of Odin, and I like the impression that he gives off as this character. But the character I want to talk about is the main villain in this one. It is Malekith. It is Christopher Eccleston. I've really liked his stuff as villain in other movies. I know this is an old movie, and I know it's probably not as widely loved as I love it, but I'm a car guy. I love cars, just looking at them, whatever, driving them, so I really like the movie Gone in 60 Seconds. He played the main villain in that movie, and I really like his voice. I like his cadence when he talks. When he speaks, he just has this authority to him, and he's able to turn it into a villainy, and he did that in that movie. One of my favorite lines from Gone in 60 Seconds, when it rains, it pours, and it's Nicolas Cage's character, his last name is Rain. So I really like him as a character, and he does that for me in this film. He has that cadence, he has that sinister tone to his voice, and he really does a great job as Malekith. As best as he can do with all that makeup on, all that stuff on, he did a really good job. He made it very believable, and for me, I felt like he had other reasons for what he did. Other reasons deeper than just, I'm a villain, ha 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 ha. So I really liked him as a character. The story is a bunch of stuff put together, and they're using this storyline to help with the advancement of the whole Marvel Universe. So in that sense, there possibly are going to be some holes here, holes there. But overall, I definitely like the story. I liked the thought that there is an Infinity Stone, but this time not in stone form, that can, be powerful enough, if used in the proper way, but in the wrong way, can be used to damage and destroy worlds. So I like that. There's a threat that is bigger than just one villain robbing a bank. So I like that. I like the plot. I like the story. What I liked about this film over the first Thor is that this film enhanced the setting tenfold. When you go to Asgard in this one, you really get to see Asgard. You see so many scenes in different areas of Asgard. I love it. You get to see a bar. You get to see a nice courtyard area. You get to see their fighting training area. You get to see the mountains, the water, the Bifrost is rebuilt, everything like that. It's beautiful. I really loved it. And when you're in Earth, Midgard, I really like that too, because they actually showed some other places in the desert. You're in London seeing all the beautiful sights, and they did a nice, lighting effect with it while they're filming in London, and it looks really beautiful. I really like how they did it. I really like the setting. It was an awesome movie. I really liked it. I definitely think everybody out there should go check this film out, and you guys should definitely watch all the Marvel movies and really get going, get involved, and dive right into this story, this universe, because you will not regret it. Everything in this universe is it's poppin', it's fast, it's funny, it's action oriented. There is some great acting in these movies, and I definitely think you guys will like it. Go check out Thor The Dark World. It's now on Blu-ray DVD. You guys get it from any red box around you. Alright guys, that's it for Movie Time this week. Remember to click the like, share, subscribe buttons down below. Leave your comments, questions, inquiries, suggestions for Movie of the Week and future episodes in the comments section. And let's just have a great conversation. We'll see you next time, guys.